Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, which is a title previously lost to time, is coming back, and it will have a physical release. Josh, this is huge. This is huge. This is a game that it's not like this game was really bad. This game was loved. This game has, I think I wrote here, a 77 on Metacritic, which isn't like crazy, but this was a game that was published by Ubisoft. It was made by like a little rinky-dink team that didn't get enough attention, or they didn't get all the resources that they could have used for this. And they made a game. It's a beat 'em up. Has a great soundtrack by Anna Monoguchi, and it's an awesome game, right?
The game mimicked the cult-like nature of the original comics or graphic novels or whatever they were, the cult-like nature of the movie that was directed by Edgar Wright, and then the game itself had like a cult-like nature of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they all like represent each other that way.
Exactly. So unfortunately, the game was released in 2010, and unfortunately in 2014, the game's license ran out. Whether that was the music from Anna Monoguchi or it was the license with, I think his name is Brandon Lee O'Malley, the creator of Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Who knows what it was, but the license ran out and the game was removed from all digital marketplaces. That meant, Josh, that the only way you could play the game is if you had it downloaded on a console from when it was, still up.
Right.
It was a sad time. It was one of those games that was lost to time forever, and it was highly regarded, much like PT, released by Konami and Hideo Kojima. It's a game that was, sucked off by the fans.
Yep.
And it was taken away, and you couldn't ever do anything with it. It was gone.
Nope.
So good news came at Ubisoft's E3 conference last year, 2020. They revealed that Scott Pilgrim vs. the game was getting put out again. It was getting remade on all, modern consoles. But the big thing, Josh, was what is going to happen if it's a digital-only release? Is this going to happen again? We want a physical copy of this thing. Because if you have a disc or a little cartridge with the game on it, you could always pop it in. You don't ever risk losing it at all.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's the space we're in now with games, right? I mean,
you can see have a license revoked at any time.
Exactly. So, thankfully, Josh, limited run games, which you might know from their Vita games that they've done. They've done PlayStation 4 games before.
Listen, if you don't know who limited run games is and you're watching this, they're slick. Okay? That's it.
They are slick. They're very slick. They release these physical versions of these digital-only games, which is awesome for preservation. They put them in a cool package. Sometimes they come with a little bit of extra goodies in the box. Sometimes the box art is like super cool and different from the original artwork that they used on the digital storefronts. Sometimes they have reversible covers. But anyway, Limited Run Games is taking care of the physical version of Scott Pilgrim, and it's going to be produced for Switch, PS4, and eventually the Xbox One. So every console's there.
Cool.
Several different versions of the game are going to be produced. There is, I think, like a $30 version, a $60 version. There's like a $130 version. Josh, I'm sure the Haptic bot, HBot, can put up images of the different versions of the Limited Run Games release as we're talking about it.
No problem, Bret.
But like the most expensive one is like this big box that like you would put like, like when bands have shows, they have those big gig boxes that they open up and have all their equipment in.
Yeah.
It's like one of those tour boxes. And it has a stage with all the characters on it rocking out, has lights shining down on it. There's music playing when you open the box. And then underneath all of that is like the collector's version of the game, which is like a Sega Genesis box, like one of those old clamshells. You open that up, then the actual game is in there, a regular case. What else? I think it comes with a concert ticket stub, a pin set of like each character has their own pin. I'm probably forgetting so many cool things that it comes with. But wow, it's like the ultimate package. It's almost like we had nothing and now we have like everything all at once, and it's like overload. you know?
Listen, it's slick. Limited Run always does a good job. We've actually, I don't know if met is the right word, but we've seen them like in person when we went to too many games and stuff like that. They always had those booths with everything set up. They almost, it's not a great comparison because they do more so publishing stuff rather than development, obviously. But they are the Blue Point to the publishing aspect of like game stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. They are bringing games back to life, just like Blue Point does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
very different, but also very similar. I see what you're saying. And listen, if you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim, the comics, if you're a fan of the films, if you've never played the game, it's awesome. It's really cool. It's really fun. It's a beat 'em up. I think it's 4 players all at once, so you could couch co-op with your friends, and all of you play a different character. So check it out. It's really cool. And the fact that it was such a small team working on it, and there's so many videos you could watch and documentaries now about the game and the development process of the game. It'll make you appreciate it a lot more once you find out the history of it. So
good stuff.
Yeah, it's back.
I love it.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Josh and Bret really need you too. I love them. So do it. It would be a shame if you missed more of their videos. Hit the notification bell too, so you know when there is a new upload.